Hey guys, this is Leonard from the BGD team pilot, and today I'm flying with the Kiss. The Kiss is BGD's latest mountain glider, which is lightweight, all made in light materials, except for the risers, which are standard risers for easiness of use. It is now available in 16 and 18 meters squares. The weight for the 16 meters square is 2.3 kilos and 2.6 kilos for the 18 meters squares, all that with the standard risers. As can be expected for such a light and low aspect ratio glider, the inflation is really easy, even in a null wind or tailwind. So this is really a warranty for easy takeoff in tight spaces, even in unfavorable wind conditions. In strong wind, it kind of stays in place, flutters around, flies around like some single skin tends to do, for example. The takeoff is quite fast, even if you still need to give it a good run, because, well, it's quite highly loaded. I fly the 60 meter squares at about 73 kilos, and I measured a trim speed of about 42 kilometers an hour and a top speed again about 10 kilometers an hour, which was 52 kilometers an hour for me. So this is really quite fast and allows good penetration even in quite strong winds. Concerning performances, it's really quite good. It's a bit lower than normal wing, but I think we're still above 8 glide ratio really. And all that with that good penetration, so you can really reach your landing spot. In the air, compared to other mountain gliders, I think one of the main particularity is how stable it is on trajectory, on the roll axis, on the pitch axis. It's really stable and you have nothing to do, and it stays like on rails. It's really pleasant. But the very strong point is as soon as you put the brakes on, it transforms itself to a fun machine, and you can have lots of fun flying around, turning around, and yeah, it's really cool and puts a big smile on your face, and that's really awesome. Of course, thermaling with the Kiss is possible, even if in small conditions it requires, the more you are loaded, some finesse to be able to climb in those tiny bubbles. But it's quite a fun exercise to play with such a tiny wing, just flying around, turning tight, but trying to not lose too much in every turn. It's a fun exercise, and it will make you a better pilot and make it easy for when you go back to a normal wing. So yeah, it's fun, it's possible, and it's nice. For landing, you can land it normally, like a normal wing. That means you finish with a nice long finale with hands up, and then you just brake when coming to the ground, and you have a soft landing where maybe you need to put a few fast steps so that you keep with the fast trim speed of the wind. If you are more experienced, you can have fun giving some energy to your wing for some nice flares before landing. And this you can do by pitching it or by diving in a turn just before landing. But make sure you know exactly how much you're gonna dive so that you can flare before hitting the ground. So who is it for? Well, in my opinion, these small sizes, unless you're a really light pilot, they are made for pilots with at least a season of experience, because they are really lively when you touch on the brakes, so it needs to be mastered. But then it makes for you a really nice, fun tool for hike and fly in the mountains. Be sure to take off in any conditions and fly done having a lot of fun with a big smile on your face. It can also do nicely some strong wind soaring, but if used on the seaside, make sure that you take real care of your wing, because it is a lightweight wing and it is not the best to put it in salt water or sand. For very light pilots, it can also make a good wing for progression and hike and fly. Well, anyway, I'm having a lot of fun this winter with the Kiss, and I'm gonna go fly. See you guys and be safe.